Israel's family tree, the trunk. Adam, Seth, Enosh, Kenan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The Japheth branch. Japheth had Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. Gomer had Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. Javan had Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Rodanim. The Ham branch. Ham had Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. Cush had Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Raamah, and Sabta. Raamah had Sheba and Dedan. Cush had Nimrod, the first great hero on earth. Mizraim was ancestor to the Ludim, the Anamim, the Lehabim, the Naphtuhim, the Pathrusim, the Casluhim, and the Caphtorim, from whom the Philistines descended. Canaan had Sidon, his firstborn, and Hate, and was ancestor to the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Archites, the Sinites, the Arvadites, the Zemarites, and the Hamathites. The Shem branch. Shem had Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, Aram, Uz, Hul, Gether, and Meshech. Arphaxad had Shelah, and Shelah had Eber. Eber had two sons, Peleg, division, because in his time the earth was divided up. His brother was Joktan. Joktan had Almodad, Shalef, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, Ebal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab, all sons of Joktan. The three main branches in summary: Shem, Arphaxad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Ru, Sirach, Nahor, Terah, and Abraham. And Abraham had Isaac and Ishmael. The family of Abraham. Abraham's family tree developed along these lines. Ishmael had Nebaioth, his firstborn, then Kedar, Adbeel, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Napish, and Kedemah, the Ishmael branch. Keturah, Abraham's concubine, gave birth to Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shuah. Then Jokshan had Sheba and Dedan. And Midian had Ephah, Epher, Hanok, Abidah, and Eldat. These made up the Keturah branch. Abraham had Isaac, and Isaac had Esau and Israel, Jacob. Esau had Eliphaz, Reuel, Jush, Jalem, and Korah. Eliphaz had Taman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, Kenaz, Timnah, and Amalek. And Reuel had Nahat, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. Seir then had Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anna, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. Lotan had Hori and Homam. Timnah was Lotan's sister. Shobal had Alian, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. Zibeon had Aya and Anna. Anna had Dishon. Dishon had Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Karen. Ezer had Bilhan, Zavan, and Akan. And Dishan had Uz and Aaron. The Edomite king list. A list of the kings who ruled in the country of Edom before Israel had a king. Bela son of Beer, his city was Dinhabah. Bela died. Jobab son of Zerah from Bozrah was the next king. Jobab died. Husham from the country of the Temanites was the next king. Husham died. Hadad son of Bedad, who defeated Midian in the country of Moab, was the next king. His city was Avith. Hadad died. Samlah from Masrekah was the next king. Samlah died. Shaul from Rehoboth by the river was the next king. Shaul died. Baal-Hanan son of Akbor was the next king. Baal-Hanan died. Hadad was the next king. His city was Pau, and his wife was Mehetabel daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezahab. Last of all Hadad died. The chieftains of Edom after that were Chief Timnah, Chief Alva, Chief Jethet, Chief Oholibamah, Chief Elah, Chief Pinion, Chief Kenaz, Chief Taman, Chief Mibzar, Chief Magdiel, and Chief Iram. These were the chieftains of Edom. The family of Israel, Jacob. Israel's, that is, Jacob's, sons, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. Judah had Er, Onan, and Shelah. Their mother was Bathshua the Canaanite. Er, Judah's firstborn, was so bad before God that God killed him. Judah also had Perez and Zerah by his daughter-in-law Tamar, a total of 5 sons. Perez had Hezron and Hamel. Zerah had Zimri, Ethan, Heman, Calcol, and Darda, 5 sons. Carmi had Achar, who brought doom on Israel when he violated a holy ban. Ethan's son was Azariah. And Hezron had Jerahmeel, Ram, and Chelebai. Ram had Amminadab, and Amminadab had Nahshon, a prominent leader in the Judah family. Nahshon had Salmon and Salmon had Boaz. Boaz had Obed and Obed had Jesse. Jesse's firstborn was Eliab, followed by Abinadab, Shimeah, Nethanel, Radai, Ozam, and finally David. David was the seventh. Their sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail. Zeruiah gave birth to 3 sons, Abishai, Job, and Asahel. Abigail was the mother of Amasa, the father was Jether the Ishmaelite. The family of Caleb. Caleb son of Hezron had children by his wife Azubah and also by Jerioth. Azubah's sons were Jeshur, Shobab, and Arden. After Azubah died, Caleb married Ephrath, who gave birth to her. Her had Uri and Uri had Bezalel. Sometime later Hezron married the daughter of Machir the father of Gilead. He was 60 years old when he married her. She gave birth to Segub. Then Segub had Jair who owned 23 cities in the land of Gilead. Geshur and Aram captured the nomadic villages of Jair and Kenath and their satellite settlements, 60 towns. These all belonged to Machir the father of Gilead. After the death of Hezron, Caleb married Ephrathah the wife of his father Hezron. She then gave birth to Ashur the father of Tekoa. The family of Jerahmeel. The sons of Jerahmeel, Hezron's firstborn, Ram his firstborn, followed by Bunah, Oren, Ozam, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had another wife whose name was Adarah. She gave birth to Onam. The sons of Ram, Jerahmeel's firstborn, Maz, Jamin, and Eker. The sons of Onam, Shammai and Jada. The sons of Shammai, Nadab and Abishur. Abishur's wife was Abihail. She gave birth to Abon and Molid. Nadab had Sealed and Apam. Sealed died leaving no sons. Apam had Ishi, Ishi had Sheshan, and Sheshan had Elai. Jada, Shammai's brother, had Jether and Jonathan. Jether died leaving no sons. Jonathan had Peleth and Zazah. This is the family tree of the sons of Jerahmeel. Sheshan had no sons, only daughters. But Sheshan had an Egyptian servant, Jarha. Sheshan married his daughter to Jarha and she gave birth to Attai. Attai had Nathan, Nathan had Zabad, Zabad had Ephlal, Ephlal had Obed, Obed had Jehu, Jehu had Azariah, Azariah had Helez, Helez had Eleazar, Eleazar had Sismai, Sismai had Shallum, Shallum had Jechamiah, and Jechamiah had Elishama. Jerahmeel's brother Caleb had a son, his firstborn, named Mesha. Mesha had Ziph. Ziph's son was Mershah the father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron, Korah, Tapwah, Rechem, and Shema. Shema had Raham the father of Horkim. Rechem had Shammai. Shammai's son was Mon and Mon was the father of Beth-zur. Caleb's concubine Ephah gave birth to Haran, Moza, and Gazez. Haran had Gazez. The sons of Yadai, Regem, Jotham, Gishhan, Pelet, Ephah, and Shaph. Another concubine of Caleb, Maacah, gave birth to Sheber and Tiranah. She also bore Shaaph the father of Madmenah and Sheba the father of Moabinah and Gibeah. Caleb's daughter was Achsah. These made up the Caleb branch of the family tree. The sons of Hur, Ephrathah's firstborn, Shobal who had Kiriath-jearim, Salma who had Bethlehem, and Haraph father of Beth-gader. The family of Shobal, father of Kiriath-jearim, Haroeh, half of the population of Manahath. The families of Kiriath-jearim, the Ithrites, the Puthites, the Shematites, and the Mishrates. The Zorathites and Eshtahelites also came from this line. The sons of Salma, Bethlehem, the Netophathites, Atroth Beth-job, half of the Manahatites, the Zorites, and the families of Sephirim who lived at Jabez, the Tirathites, the Shemithites, and the Sukkothites. They made up the Kenites who came from Hamath the father of the house of Rechab. The family of David. These are the sons that David had while he lived at Hebron. His firstborn was Amnon by Ahinoam of Jezreel, second, Daniel by Abigail of Carmel, third, Absalom born of Maacah, daughter of Talmah king of Geshur, fourth, Adonijah born of Haggith, fifth, Shephisha born of Abidal, sixth, Ithream born of his wife Eglah. He had these 6 sons while he was in Hebron. He was king there for 7 years and 6 months. He went on to be king in Jerusalem for another 33 years. These are the sons he had in Jerusalem, first Shammua, then Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon. Bathsheba daughter of Amiel was the mother of these 4. And then there were another 9 sons, Ibhar, Elishua, Eliphelet, Nogah, Nepheg, Japhiah, Elishama, Eliadah, Eliphelet, David's sons, plus Tamar their sister. There were other sons by his concubines. In the next generation Solomon had Rehoboam, who had Abijah, who had Asa, who had Jehoshaphat, who had Jehoram, who had Ahaziah, who had Joash, who had Amaziah, who had Azariah, who had Jotham, who had Ahaz, who had Hezekiah, who had Manasseh, who had Amon, who had Josiah. Josiah's firstborn was Johanan, followed by Jehoiakim, then Zedekiah, and finally Shallum. Jehoiakim's sons were Jeconiah, Jehoiachin, and Zedekiah. The sons of Jeconiah born while he was captive in Babylon, Shealtiel, Machram, Pedaiah, Shenetzer, Jechamiah, Hoshama, and Nedabiah. Pedaiah had Zerubbabel and Shimei, Zerubbabel had Meshullam and Hananiah. Shelomith was their sister. And then 5 more, Hashubah, Ohel, Berechiah, Hasadiah, and Jeshavhezd. Hananiah's sons were Pelatiah and Jeshaiah. There were also sons of Rephaiah, sons of Arnan, sons of Obadiah, and sons of Shechaniah. Shechaniah had Shemaiah, who in his turn had Hattush, Igal, Beriah, Neriah, and Shaphat, 6 of them. Neriah had 3 sons, Elioenah, Hizkiah, and Azrikam. And Elioenah had 7 sons, Hodaviah, Eliashib, Pelaiah, Akab, Johanan, Delaiah, and Anani.